Leave speed to me. It's the best sport on earth. Everything's got wheels. The world's greatest championship on wheels at the Alps. A race for freedom. Let's go at full speed to Austria and enjoy some high-speed thrills. Western Austria. Skiers visit Quannertal all year round to enjoy its ice caps and glaciers. Today they come to a special camp for racing. The participants have all sorts of equipment with wheels.
When I have made my second prototype, I had great ideas. I've tried downhill, I could not take the head up anymore.
Considering this is a speed race, the safety equipment takes priority over even the skateboard. You need knee protectors too. He slides on the ground after putting them on. No problem. People have come to participate in the world's oldest and largest wheels festival. They get their gear and take a bus to 2,500 meters above sea level where the race starts. You can ride anything that has wheels. The participants, get ready.
We're told to keep our speed very calm. Don't crash into any hay bales. We try and comply.
The participants are ready. Here they go. They race down the curvy road. Some are lying down, some are standing. And some are sitting. They've assumed different positions, but they're all enjoying the speed. At such a speed, they're bound to fall. People tumble here and there. That's gotta hurt. At times, they can't control their speed and collide into each other. But it's a dangerous race and they keep their manners. The diversity of skateboards is striking.
The luge, actually, you see the difference. Right after the front track.
This is a downhill luge. You ride it standing. The speed limit is 60 miles per hour. You should bend on a curve. You control the speed with your feet.
And then they lean like this. You know? Also
The
sideways.
speed limit is 70 miles per hour. You lie on the board for less wind resistance and more stability. It's a classic luge. Doesn't it look fast?
And the street luge is about that low. All right? Like that. You're really aerodynamic in.
The largest of the three luges is the street luge. It is low and wide, so it's perfect for lying on. The speed limit is 75 miles per hour. It is very popular because you can feel the speed with your entire body. But those are just the basics. Now, there are a variety of boards that were once remodeled by the riders. This is the race's 13th year. It's a chance for people to enjoy speeding. This year, 219 riders have come from 29 countries. Once in a while, you can see an entire family joining in the fun. 14-year-old Victor is the youngest participant. He came to the race from Sweden with his older sister and father.
I'm afraid of speed, so I started this sport. Because now I'm better at speed than I used to.
Ambulances are always on standby. After a short break, the race begins again. There are safety nets and stacks of hay along the road. The speed is too high and the riders begin to fall again, here and there. They're clad in safety equipment and leather from head to toe, but they can't avoid getting injured. In one corner, a medic team treats injured riders. This guy looks pretty badly hurt. Are you all right? People joke around, trying to lessen his pain.
Think da haben any hay bales
I
got just 31 years of stupidness. That's why I got only a pizza. You got 40 years of stupidness, so you got a dislocated shoulder. So look there, this one.
He shows the production team. He didn't have to do that. The injury is pretty bad and he has to be taken to the hospital. It's impossible to drive down this road in a car. A helicopter arrives. A rescuer appears clad in red. The men are happy to see it's a beautiful woman. Everyone explains the patient's condition. His shoulder fell out of his joint.
So many drugs you get. Is this the special audio service or what?
They decide to take him to the hospital. The other men hope there won't be any more accidents as they watch him leave.
We are crazy with the sport, but we are not completely idiots because we try to make it on a safe way. That's the reason why we block the road.
The first day is over and night falls. But the passion continues even at night. People have come up with an obstacle course to enjoy in the dark. Look at this couple. Aren't they perfect? But there's more. In one corner, young men put on a fire show. This man wants to show us.
Fire spitting fire.
Now he wants to show us a comic fire show. What a strange pose. Well, he's going to light up his posterior. It's different, but oh, it's really on fire. He jumps up and down. That's why you should always be careful with fires.
You can always request any sport and anything that is told to be abnormal. But what is normal? I think this is normal. For me, this is normal.
People who gather, passionate for speed. They enjoy speed and take part in a variety of events. This rider is dressed in a strange uniform he designed himself. He's showing a lot of his body, but he deserves credit for his courage. But the success of the sport hinges on more than just the efforts of its participants. One of them is this road where the luge is held. Cars are prohibited during the race to keep the participants safe. Cars are stopped for 20 minutes and the residents wait until the 200 participants come down. You'd think they would complain, but they support the racers instead.
Ich halte allen die Daumen, dass jeder der Erste wird.
It isn't just the speed that attracts people, it is the variety of attempts made to enjoy speed. This has a total of 18 wheels. People wonder how you ride it. The owner goes by the name of Spider-Man. He takes the wheels off and puts them on. Look at all those wheels.
Insects can flying, can swimming. You find it in the air, find it in the earth. They are really numerous. They are reproducing really fast, and they are really strong.
He's a designer and has made one for his girlfriend too.
Memory shape.
Yeah?
Here, I press.
His girlfriend shyly tries it on. She could be Spider-Woman.
Es gibt Corsetier. That's the people who makes the things for the woman in the old style, quite hard. And he worked with Corsetier, that's why.
It's finally time to show everyone how Spider-Man rides. He leaves the starting line and dives. He has wheels on his arms, legs, stomach, and shoulders. This is reminiscent of a scene from a famous Korean commercial. It's the flight of Eve. He's racing with his entire body, but don't try this at home. It took a lot of practice to control the speed and direction with his arms. It takes him about 20 minutes to race down 1.5 miles. His maximum speed is 60 miles per hour. He's a human rocket. He flies like the wind.
And they are really strong. They are really resistant too. So I like a little bit the insects.
He's not the only one. There are many surprising wheels here. This is a skate jet. The idea came from jet skis. It operates with power. As online skates became a popular sport and means of transportation, this was developed for more speed and uphill challenges. Wheels developed for greater speed. Today, they fuel people's passion and generate more energy for the future. It's beyond the imagination. Just why do these folks love wheels and speed so much? We'd like to know.
Why? Because it's the best fun you can have.
Have the same passion, and they travel, I don't know, from the whole world and to come here, and so that's like a big family. And
People who boldly enjoy what they like. They surrender their bodies to their favorite wheels. They enjoy speed, but more so, life itself. Myanmar is a country with beautiful nature and people. The food here is natural as well, created by folks who value life. They eat and drink with their eyes, mouth, and heart. Let's visit Myanmar and its humble tastes. Myanmar borders Thailand, China, and India. A busy day begins in the capital, Yangon. The people start their day by hanging on the buses. Everyone gets on the crowded vehicles. These are no ordinary buses. They are remodeled trucks and vans. All of them are packed. When the bus stops, people get off and rest. This makes sense. If you miss the bus, you never know when another one will come. That's why everyone gets on the crowded bus.
Sorry, I pay man, no. Go low your low them loan. Hey, I am an enchant night long and town. Kage young, Kunana young. Oh, young, Unai Jojo young.
It isn't just the buses that attract attention. This girl is tapping a cup. She is melting ice and filtering it to sell water to people. Because refrigerators aren't common here, they have to melt ice to sell cold water. This boy carries the water, which will be sold. One cup costs 5 kyats. That's about 1 cent. Because he walks around the streets, sometimes he spills the water. For him, water is money. He slaps the boy that bumped into him. Is he crying? No, he smiles. Shui is a representative cold food. It is made with green noodles. People add a variety of colorful jellies to it with condensed milk, coconut, and ice. This is shui, which is very popular among young people. It seems like a mixture of ice shavings, milk, and rice noodles. It's sweet, cold, and soft. It's perfect to chase away the heat. The taste of Myanmar isn't just in Yangon. Natural foods are developed in the Kalau region as well. There is a market today, so we went to visit. The latitude is similar to Hong Kong's, but the altitude is over 1,300 meters above sea level. It's pretty chilly for Myanmar, but the market is full of people who have come to buy food. There are a lot of people and a lot of goods. Most conspicuous is a cosmetic called Tanaka. This is a month's worth. It costs 50 kyats or 10 cents. They grind it on a stone and use the extract. It feels cool when you apply it. Do I look pretty? Now that you have makeup on, let's get some food. This woman is selling homemade taffy. There are peanut, sesame seed, and other flavors. That looks a lot like Korean taffy. One bundle costs 100 kyats, 20 cents. This looks like Korean acorn starch jelly. It's called hinbok. It tastes a bit sweeter than Korean acorn starch jelly. This is called sayagu. It's like Korean flavored rice. This here looks a lot like Korean radish kimchi. It's neat to see the people of Myanmar eat this. It is made with rice cakes and is called shanto. The food is similar to Korean food because of the climate and soil in which the ingredients are grown, but also for religious reasons. That's why food made with beans were developed, to supplement people's protein intake. Tofu is also a representative food. Pauk is an important food for the people of Kala. You can easily find round and flat pauks at the market. This is a place that makes pauk well. Umyetei has made pauk since she was 12 years old. She makes pauk at 6 every morning with her nieces. The most important thing is selecting quality beans and washing them. The washed beans go in a kiln. They add salt and boil them for 24 hours. If you can crush the beans with your hands, that's good. When the beans are cooked, they put special leaves in a basket and fill it with the beans. The leaves help with fermentation. This is the fermentation process. They make about 4 to 5 sacks a day. They place the sacks by a fire and ferment them for 3 days. When the beans are fermented, they grind them with a machine. This is the first step in making pauk. Once the beans are ground, women gather in the house. They are all nieces of the family. They finally start making pauk. First, they make a round shape and press it between 2 leaves. That's it for leaf-shaped pauks. Larger pauks are placed on a plate with a star shape, then hit with a club. It becomes a pauk with a star shape. Pauk is a representative food of the northwest region of Myanmar. Other regions make them, but it doesn't taste as good as the ones made here. That is why many homes specialize in making them. When they're done making them, they put them on the roof. They are complete in 2 to 3 days. They make about 3,000 in a day. One costs 10 kyats, which means they earn more than 30,000 kyats in 1 day. That's quite a bit of money in Myanmar. Umietei had her sister's family come to Kalau for this business. How do you eat pauk? First, you cook them. Place them over a fire and roast them while flipping them until they are brown. Once roasted, cut them up and pour vegetable oil over them. That's it. They eat this as a side dish. Wasn't that easy to make? Here's another dish: stir-fried tomatoes and minced garlic in vegetable oil. Add some of the pauk dough and stir-fry it. When the seasoning is absorbed, add some water and salt and boil it until it thickens. It's pauk che. Another dish is pauk cho. Take some fermented beans and stir-fry them with tomatoes, garlic, and other vegetables. It's finally mealtime. It's a whole table full of pauk foods. What a charming country meal. It's a humble spread, but they are grateful for the food that nature has provided them. Myanmar foods are abundant because there is warmth. The food is savory and humble, like the locals. The dishes not only taste good, they possess the heart of the people. Sri Lanka is an island of dreams in India. Special people reside here. Meet Sri Lankans with special occupations. The entire mountain is a green tea field in Nuwara Ilaya. A special site can be found here at an altitude higher than 2,000 meters above sea level. Anyone who passes this area can see the boys of the village. These boys with flowers live in nearby villages. They sell flowers to tourists.
Sir, no flowers. 50 give. Oh, why? No, 200 rupees give.
Their arms and legs are heavily scarred from gathering flowers in the mountain. They don't go to school. They wait for tourists to come along the mountain road. There are many tea fields here, and a lot of tourists come, so the boys wait for the buses. But the bus just passes by. As soon as it does, the boys run up the mountain. This is how they get all their scars. The boys arrive before the bus does. They stand where they can be seen and begin to hold up their flowers again. The bus comes, but it doesn't open its doors. The boys go up again. There are 8 stone paths here. Boys start at the bottom of the mountain and head up and wait for the bus to come. They do that a few times and get short of breath, but they have to sell their flowers. They're tired, but they smile. The boys have been here for years. They can tell if someone will buy their flowers just by looking at the bus. This is a place of play and rest for them. The children drink water when they're thirsty and hungry. They also water the flowers so they don't wither. They use leaves to water them. The flowers are fresh like children. Their only opportunity to rest is when the buses don't come. The boys started doing this because of economic difficulties. It's hard work, but they have no choice. The tourists know this, so they give them some money for their efforts. Boys who wait for people with flowers instead of going to school. They will be here again tomorrow with flowers. Sri Lanka is famous for quality tea, but it is also famous for its jewels. From rubies, which King Solomon used to charm the Queen of Sheba, to sapphires, which were used for Princess Diana's engagement ring. The country is widely reputed for its baubles. Jewels are the 4th main industry of Sri Lanka. This is the mining site of Ratnapura, a main production site.
Because the Ratnapura people, mostly gems are found here in Ratnapura.
Ratna means jewel and Pura means city. It is a jewel city, and there are a lot of small mines here. They are digging up jewels in a small well with a 6-foot entrance. They have to pump out water for an hour or two before the miners can go in the well to look for jewels. Because it is deep and narrow, they talk through pipes. As you can see from the model, mining takes place 30 feet below in a long tunnel. The tunnel is narrow and dark and isn't easy to work in because of the water. The soil is wet, so the workers have to be careful while digging through the walls. Afterwards, they need to fill the walls as well. Because they have to work in a small well all day, this is how they eat. 16 miners work in this small mine. They work 8 hours a day and are paid according to the value of the jewels they dig up.
වැඩ කරනකොට ඉතින් ඒ කියන්නේ හැමදේම අමාරුයි තමයි. ඉතින් අමාරුයි කියන්නේ ඉතින් අමාරු අවස්ථා තියෙනවා. දැන් සාමාන්‍ය පහසු අවස්ථා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ හැම අවස්ථාවම පහසු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ.
They stack up what look like valuable jewels on one side and take the rest to the river to wash them to see if any are useful. They have done this for a long time and can tell if something is valuable just by looking at the shape. They are Sri Lanka's jewel experts.
Ratna means in Sinhala is gem. City means Nagare. City means Nagare. City gem. This is mostly found here in Ratnapur. Gem.
It is a tense moment. The miners look for ores among the stones they have washed. Their day's wage is decided at this moment. This might also be the instant their dreams come true. It's not a lot of money, but the miners keep the small stones because the setting work is expensive. That is why it is common to see miners with small stones.
හම්බෙච්චි. ඔව් දැන් මට හම්බ වෙච්ච සාමාන්‍ය ලොකුම ගල් සාමාන්‍ය මේ වගේ මැණික් ගල් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. වටිනවද? ඔව් වටිනා ගල් ඒ කියන්නේ කෝටි කමාර දෙක.
Dreams also abound in the green tea fields. The dreamers here are the women who pick tea leaves in the fields. Interestingly, they are not Sri Lankan women.
ඒක තමයි සාමාන්‍ය කඩන්ට කඩන තමයි මේ කඩනවා 6 days එකෙන් කඩනවා මේක නිව් ෆීල්ඩ් නේ අලුත් එකක් නේ.
The women with a red spot on their foreheads come from the lowest Tamil class. The English had them migrate here during colonial times for cheap labor.
විතර පොට්ටු තිය තියෙන මොකද්ද කියලා.
අපි තියෙනවනේ ඒක.
These people have preserved their traditions and lifestyles here. They migrated here to cultivate tea, so their dreams for the future are limited. Or you could say they have lost their chance to dream. With sacks tied to their heads, they are adept at picking tea leaves. They represent Ceylon tea and are the symbols of Sri Lanka. The women carry 20 to 30 pound sacks and pick the leaves. A tea company comes to collect them every 2 to 3 hours. The women's wage depends on the weight of what they have picked. The wage is recorded in a ledger and they are paid at once. These women pick tea leaves all day to earn this money.
Do you have a baby? Baby.
Two baby.
The children stay at a daycare center run by the company while the women work. The children sleep in cloth baskets that hang from the ceiling. There are only 2 babysitters. The children are not properly cared for. It's break time. They drink Ceylon tea of the lowest grade. In the field, they pick expensive leaves, but here, they drink the low-grade version with milk or sugar. The people of Sri Lanka lack food and water. But dreams are born just about everywhere. These people survive because they have dreams and the hope they will come true someday. Okinawa was gifted by nature. People have a unique food culture and cooking methods. The secret to longevity lies in this food. Let's take a look at various delicacies of Okinawa. Okinawa is a beautiful island well known for longevity. This ancient castle is one from the Ryukyu Kingdom before Okinawa became part of Japan. It has only been 120 years since Okinawa became part of Japan, so the local colors are vibrant. This is apparent in the food. Ryukyu foods are famous for helping with longevity. The representative food is Goya. It is a bitter gourd they eat in the summer. Many places sell Goya juice.
Goya と、あと何かな、鰹節をかけて醤油でスライスされたり、それから豚肉と一緒に炒めたり。田舎の方はですね、どこの家庭も2、3本植えとんです。2、3本植えるとひと夏家族5、6名でみんないけるぐらいの量ができます。
Goya has a lot of vitamin C.
ビタミン C が豊富にありますからね。これを夏に食べると夏の疲れね、それが早く取れます。だからすぐ元気になります。
Fresh seafood is also another secret to longevity. Okinawa has a subtropical climate and lobsters and large clams are common. There are many rare types of seafood here.
沖縄来たらぜひイラブチ食べてくださいよ。名前青ブダイね。刺身でもいいし、中華の甘酢あんかけでも美味しいです。もう一つ紹介していい？
You've gotta wonder, can you eat such beautiful fish? There are many unique marine plants too. These are called sea grapes. They're good for your health.
海のもの、山のもの、それから一番いいのはね、気候、天気ね、これがね、寒くない、あんまり暑くない。
Another store in downtown Okinawa. They sell dried snake here. Okinawa has a jungle, so there are a lot of snakes. Snakes have always been a food and source of medicine in folk remedies. They are still specialty products of Okinawa.
これ海ヘビですけども、イラブつってね、高級料理の食材です。
This is a tank downtown. It has sea snakes which live in subtropical regions. Snakes are a main source of income for Okinawa's fishermen. The snakes have poison, and only experienced fishermen can catch them. If you smoke and dry them, they become hard and you can preserve them. The dried snakes are used for cooking and medicines.
これで1400円です。はい。それでね、20名分ぐらいの出汁は軽く取れますよ。
Snakes aren't just for eating. Kyokuzendo Okumura is a famous tourist spot. A unique snake-related culture can be found here. After the traditional dance called the Eisa is over, the real show begins. The audience watches Okinawa's snakes. A variety of shows are held by these snakes, which make scary sounds. These snakes detect their prey by temperature. They use this characteristic to make the snake burst balloons. The balloon pops.
このハブ1匹でですね、人間の大人で2人から3名ぐらい殺せるだけの毒を持ってます。
There are a variety of shows. This time, it's a race between a snake and a mongoose. The mongoose wins easily. But that's not all. You can take pictures with the snakes. The people enjoy wrapping a snake around their necks. Talk about a complete study in snakes. People who ordinarily hate snakes can get close to them. There's another tourist spot here. It is the Shimoata Traditional Center, where the shamisen can be heard. Snakes are present even where they play traditional music. Where are they? They are on the instruments. Shamizens are made with snake skin. They don't rip well and produce a bright sound.
中国の唐の時代、元の時代にすでにこれで蛇の皮で三線を作っていたんですね。やっぱり音がいいのと、それから丈夫ですね。非常に皮が。内地の方、日本の方は蛇の皮がないから猫の皮使ってますけど、非常に弱くてしょっちゅう切れるんです。破れるんです。
Snakes are a main theme here, where Okinawa's culture is presented. There is even a snake center where you can learn everything about Okinawa's snakes. You can learn about their ecology and anatomy. You can also see how important snakes are in the lives of Okinawans. Snakes won't be quite as disgusting anymore.
大事なテーマの一つかというとですね、沖縄にはもちろん昔から猛毒のハブというものがおりまして、それで命を落としたりした方もいらっしゃるんですけども。
This is a spirits factory in Okinawa. They make snake wine here. Snake wine was developed as a specialty product. It is very popular. They put the snakes in ice for 30 minutes. Then they remove the intestines and wash them in running water. They store them in alcohol for 2 weeks for sterilization. The snakes are then put in traditional Okinawa spirits and aged for a year. After this, it is processed with 10 medicinal herbs and released as a product. Okinawans consider it a tonic and enjoy drinking it. It might seem disgusting, but even foreigners are interested in it. It's a healthy wine from a place where people live for very long. It is emphasized as a medicinal wine and is popular. Bottles without snakes cost between 2,000 and 4,000 yen. But jars with a snake cost 130,000 yen. That's more than $1,300.
ハブ関連のお酒でだいたい年間10万本でハブが入ってるお酒ですね。
A restaurant downtown. This place has served snake dishes for 30 years. The most popular dish is the soup. The sea snake is boiled for over 10 hours. They remove a few chunks when they're ready to cook. They add kelp, radish, and other vegetables and boil it again to make soup. It tastes even better if they add boiled pork. It tastes similar to chicken, but costs more and isn't easy to make. In the past, it was eaten only by high palace officials. This is a precious dish.
昔から貴重な健康食品として料理として生活に取り。
Okinawa has much to see and eat. The people use nature as a beneficial resource. They preserve tradition, and that's how their unique culture lives on.